with all about the 6000. So if you're not interested in the 6000, I just got off a phone call. So if you're not interested in the 6000, this is probably not the show for you. So we'll just go across and do our little thing and we'll come back. Okay, so Greg's here. Greg's the only one here by the look of it at the moment. So, yes. So, obviously, big news today, the 6000's come out. So, this is a platform, I've got thousands of messages coming through about the 6000. This is all about the 6000. So, if you've got questions about the 6000, now's the time to answer them. I'm just going to rattle through some of the statistics of it until any questions come up, because we know there's a fair bit to it. So just to give you a bit of an idea, this is a 6000 brochure that have of course come out. It is a quality machine. So a bit of background, let's start there, sort of thing. I've had training on this machine from MindLab. Yes, the 6000 was there, Todd, last night. I couldn't really release the info, but the 6000 was sitting next to me last night. So I couldn't really say it was, but it was. I made that mistake. So the 6000 was sitting here. So I've had this for. I've done some training on it. I've spent 20 hours on it, and I absolutely love the machine. So it's a very, very good machine. So John's got a question there about the about what's the depth. So when we talk about depth, okay, it's going to go deeper. So it's all about the size of the target. It might only pick up something the size of a pinhead on the surface. It might pick up a 44-gallon drum at 2 meters. I haven't done either of those tests. So that's the beauty of the machine. Of all metal detectors work like that. What this does is it goes deeper than, for instance, the 5000 on any size target. I'm quite confident that this will go deeper than the 5000 on virtually any machine. There's probably one exception to that, and that is the 7000. The 7000 will the 7000 will be deep. Will go deeper on bigger targets, I believe. So, so that's the spec sheet there. I'll bring the specs up a bit more detail so you can see them a bit more clearly. But so for instance, that's the over on the top there though. So they're the two coils. Let me see if I've got a coil here. So here's an 11-inch coil. 11-inch coil, right? I think this is going to be the coil that most people use. It comes standard with the machine, and for lots of people have just got on. So, so if you've just got on, right, we're doing a 6000 show. Just a quick one. We won't be here all night. I'm just rattling through it, rattling through the bones of it. And if you've got any questions, right, now's the time. As soon as I've got a question, I'm going to jump out. There's a question here. Trudy wants to know if it comes in pink, Todd. It does not. It comes in a lovely shade of MindLab blue, but I'm currently in discussions about pink covers for it, so possibly. Craig, will the 7 go deeper on small targets? My understanding and the proof that I've seen is no, it will not. This will go deeper on small targets. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Yeah, so is it easy to differentiate the noises for different materials? Katrina asked. No, Katrina, most of these machines, these pulse induction machines, you virtually have to dig every target. Okay, the only real target that I can see, that I can recognize before I dig it up, for 100% certainty, and I've dug a lot of targets with pulse induction machines, is actually wire. So a long piece of metal, the pulse signal will run along the wire, and you can sort of hear that. So no, it's a standard pulse machine. It gives you a noise, and you should dig it. So yeah, the depth comparison chart, I don't have in the pictures, Matty. GPX 6000 Mine Lab. Let's get it up there. I actually haven't been sent that from Mine Lab yet, so I don't know why I haven't been sent that yet. Here it is here. So yeah, let's hang on a tick. Save image as. We'll call that. We'll put it in downloads. That's fine. So I'll put this image up because this is a great image for go to downloads here. Sorry guys. This is a great image to give you an idea of what's happening. This is the blurriest image you will ever see in your life. So this gives you an idea of what the 6 can do. Okay, so and for some reason I've picked one. Can you believe how ordinary I am on this show? I've picked one that doesn't have the 7000 on it, of course. So that gives you an idea of a comparison between the machines. But the 7000, let's say, comparison. Here we go. Here's the right image. It's even a better quality one. Just hang on a tick. Save image as. Save that. We'll just come over here and we'll add that image. Sorry guys, just bear with me. The world has ended a little bit. Relative performance. I should have my phone turned off, but I don't. We'll open that fella. Go okay there. We'll turn that. Oh, it's good. Righto. So we'll turn that one off. We'll transition this across. So 6000, right? Smaller than SDC. Smaller than Gold Monster Gold. Okay, so this is what. So this is where the 7 is going to fall down on those pieces that are 0.2, 0.1 and below, right? So the GPX 6000 is going to be better than the 7 on those tiny pieces, right? The 0.1s, the 7 catches up. But the 7 is going to be better on your 10 gram, probably 5 gram nuggets and above, right? So that's your big advantage there with the 7, right? Johnny Hobo, should upgrade my SDC for the 6. Well, if you look at that size comparison chart there, Johnny Hobo makes the world's greatest furnaces too, by the way. You look at that size chart, comparison chart there, I'd be seriously thinking about it. It is, of course, twice the price. So Greg here, will it run under power lines with the double D? I believe with the double D coil, and the purpose of the double D coil, right, is that this machine will be the best out of, forget anti-interference coils, forget any of that business, right? This is going to be the best machine you can possibly get to run under power lines, right? I believe it's going to be the best machine to run in super hot ground. I'm not talking about the argument we have between, who's got hotter ground, Queensland, New South Wales, or Victoria, or WA. Not talking about that argument. I'm talking about where machines can't run. This is going to be the closest thing. This is going to be the closest thing. Now, so power lines, it will be the best, whether it runs under your power lines or whether they're high voltage power lines or low voltage power lines. I don't know, right? So, now, do we have an exact price for the 6,000? Yes, we do have an exact price for the 6,000. It's $7,999. That's the price of it. So, so what I'll do is I'll see if I can grab this image and I will put the link. There's a stack of links on the Facebook page, but I will see if I can put it in the comments here now. I'll probably end up going in as me. Where am I? God, I am close to hopeless. If someone should really have a good word to my boss and have a chat, I think, because this is shocking. So let me just put it in the comments here. I don't know whether I can do that. I can comment. I can comment as Gold Diggers. Here we go. So this is the link to purchase, right? I'll put that in. That's in the comments there now. Okay. So that's in the comments. There it is there. Gold Diggers metal detectors, right? So, if you want to pre-order one, what it is, we take a $500 deposit, then we contact you for the balance. So that's why, that's how we're working it at the moment. Once these machines come in, you'll be able to do the finance and all that sort of stuff for it. So, yes, Johnny Hobo, I do sell the best furnaces ever. So, exact price is $7,999, $7,999, right? $8,000. So, yes. Depth comparison between this and the 7,000. So, I would think that this on smaller nuggets, right? So, if you look at that from 1 gram and below, where we all know most of the nuggets sit below that 1 gram and below, right? The 6,000 is better. The same or better, right? The only place that where we look at this comparison chart, the only place where the 7 wins is sort of 5 to 10 grams and above. Okay, so that's that chart. This chart is a good chart to look at. So, yeah. So, yes. So Richard says there, sounds like an awesome machine on small gold. Will you train me on it out here? Yes, we can train you on it out there. Richard, you might like to come over to lease, right? Maybe we can do a special Glendon's event, the 6,000. Yeah. So, yeah, Johnny, you'll need a few furnaces if you want a 6,000. Right. So I think I've got most of the comments there. How much better is it than the 5,000? This is a good thingo. What does the display show? Well, we can show you the display. We have somewhere in here, coil battery. Is it image? No. I remember I had an issue with this last time. Actually, don't think I loaded that image. Don't even know whether I've got it here. Let me do this. So, GPX 5000 comparison. What we can do here is we can go to the control spring. Let's do this one here. Okay. Let's see if we can open this image. Sorry, guys. We'll now. So, right, we've got it here. Main with pictures, monitor share. Let's get the monitor share up. Okay, so here we go. Let me just get this transitioned across. So here we are. Okay, Bluetooth connection, right? Backlight, power button on the screen. Backlight and Bluetooth buttons are on the side of the machine. Volume up and down right over the far side there. So you've got very, very little here you can change. So gain, up and down, right? Low mineralization, that's the button, the far button that I can't quite point to. Low mineralization, high mineralization, noise cancel, right? Now, you'll see that the spinning dial, the dial there looks very similar to a gold monster. The top two things that aren't lit there are the auto modes, okay? So they're the auto modes. So yeah, so that's really what the control box looks like, and of course you got a ground balance button on the back of the machine. So that's sort of how she works. Yeah. Yes. So Maddie says mineralized soil. What about washouts full of ironstone concentrations? So what it actually struggles with, it's obviously it's finding small gold. Okay, very, very small gold. Okay, the I don't know where to put it. So what that means is it's a very, very sensitive machine. Very, very sensitive, right? So with this 11-inch coil, you'll probably struggle to run it in those super rich ground, right? The super heavily mineralized ground like that ironstone concentrates, right? That's why they supplied it in Australia with the 14-inch double D. Because the 14-inch double D, I had exactly that situation, Matt, where I was running the 11-inch coil, which you can't see, the 11-inch coil on it, into a creek bed full of ironstone concentrates. It was wet, saturated. So very, very conductive material, right? Almost unworkable. You could work it, but yes, almost unworkable, okay? You put that 14-inch double D on it, right? Just ran smooth. Now, one test I want to look at is how much depth you lose from it. That's the real question when you put that double D coil on it, because obviously the double D coil is going to reduce the sensitivity. But having both, and the 14-inch coil brings in all the anti-interference, so it's a fantastic thing. Comes with one battery. The battery is this one here. It's just a drill battery. Someone asked me before, it's 7.2 volts, right? Just a drill battery. Looks exactly like a drill battery. I've got a better picture of it here, actually. We can switch the pictures over. Battery. I'm going to turn that other one off. That one there. So there's the battery there, okay? So pretty cool batteries. Just slides onto the back like that. No mucking around with pins or anything like that. The charger just plugs in. You can see it actually. You can just see it on that port there. You better picture over there. But yeah, so charger just plugs into there. Comes with 240 and 12 volt. 12 volt is this, right? So battery clips. So yes. So booster. I haven't plugged a booster into it yet, Baz. I don't know about a booster. Yeah. So Cam, are the Nugget Finder coils on the market now compatible with the 6000? No, there is no coils compatible with it. There is only three. Well, there's no. That's not exactly right. There is a couple of coils that are compatible with it. They do a 17 by 13, I think it is. 17 by 14, something odd like that. With as an aftermarket coil, not included in the, not included in there. So not included in the pack. I think that will be a killer coil. I think that will be an amazing coil. I love this little 11-inch, right? I've loved the 12-inch Nugget Finder on my Z. I think that improves the performance. I think the 14, I felt the 14 was a bit big. Yeah, so I love these little coils, the 11s and the 12s. Very, very sensitive. So they're the three coils. I mean, they're pretty bloody boring to show you coils. Like there's the 14 and double E. like it's a white disc. Okay, so I can even get a picture of there's the 11, right? You know, it's a white box sort of thing. So now, Matty, what did you say about the battery? What screws the battery in? Is that right? What screws are in the battery box? There's 2 screws up here. I don't know whether that's what you mean, but there is nothing. There is nothing. It seriously just slips in and clips in. There's a little clip on the back here that you unclip to slide the battery box out. That's it. So simple. So, right. Batteries comes with 1 battery. I think I might have answered that, Phil. Yeah. So, yeah. Right. I have to run a booster on it. How deep do you reckon? Depends on the size of the target. Like, I spent a bit of time in a flogged area. So, okay, Warwick guys. Okay. So Warwick guys will know this area, right? So between the Puddler and Dan Bray's grave, right, is probably, it's been surfaced by the old timers, but it's probably one of the most detected areas that on the Warwick Goldfields. That whole area is just slam solid, right? I should not pick a target out of that. I should not pick a bullet. I should not pick a shell. I should not pick anything out of that area, right? Because every machine's been over it. Every person's been over it. There's been sluices. There's been all sorts of stuff go over it, right? So I had to walk away from that area, right? That heavily detected area, because I was digging shotgun pellets at 300 mil, right? And lots of them. Like, I mean, I dug 20 shotgun pellets in a row and went, bugger this, right? And went deeper into the bush. So I seriously should not have pulled a target out of that, and it was pulling targets, right? So I don't know whether that is an accurate thing. That's not a comparison test or anything like that, but I should not have touched a single target in that area. Shouldn't have even gone close to it. Baz, what's the headphones look like? This, right? So I've had them on my scon. They are much more comfortable than the Coils. They are Bluetooth, of course. You have got a headphone jack in the back of the machine, of course. So you can run, like if you like to run ZX Pros, you can run ZXs and that sort of thing, I believe, although I haven't tried that. So, yeah. So, yeah, that, and Baz is right, pays to dig everything. And that was a piece of poor form detecting for me. I should have worked through that lead shot area, because there should have been nothing there. And it, I probably would have pulled a bit of gold out of that if I had kept going. So, yeah. Headphones aren't waterproof. The machine's not waterproof. It's waterproof to a meter, right? So the Coil's waterproof, but only to a meter. Right, let's get over onto those specs here. I've got the specs here, just to give you a bit of a rundown. So, guys, keep asking these questions. There's a stack of questions. There's a stack of stuff you might need to know, right? So we had a look at the front screen. There, so your search mode, your ground file is difficult to normal. That's it. Double D mode. So when you put the double D modes in, it actually allows you to choose between EMI cancel and conductive ground cancel, right? Which is fantastic, though. Fantastic. Donnie says gold was found in that area 2 weeks ago. Yes, 4 grams. Yes, but I believe it was much deeper into the bush than where I was. So, yeah. So ground balance is automatic, completely automatic until you pull the trigger on the back. You can't change that. Noise cancel's automatic on on startup. So I'll turn this on. One of the things I loved about this, you'll hear this because the speaker, I've got this turned down low. I've got the volume turned down low, right? So let me give you a bit more volume, right? So this is the noise cancel, okay? I am so impatient with the noise cancel on the 7, right? And the SDC. Drives me mental. Here's the complete noise cancel process. I'm going to push the button now. Done. That's noise cancel done, right? So the previous times when you've got a when you have to wait 30 seconds for a noise cancel, it means you noise cancel less. So that is a fantastic thing. So standard MindLab audio, that was the charger. Standard MindLab audio, one touch button to turn off. So Greg Davies makes a sensational point. For someone that wants a good detector but does not regularly use it, this is the king, right? This, because you turn it on and go, right? It is simple, right? It's SDC simple, right? So for a part-time, once a month, once every couple of months, this is a killer, right? If you're not using, so for instance, a GPX 5000, if you're not using that fairly regularly, right, you tend to have a bit of time to warm up and go, right, what am I doing here? What settings do I need to change? All that sort of thing. There's none of that. This will be the killer if you're a part-time prospector sort of thing. So yeah, absolute killer. So, how stable does it run? It runs, out in the goldfields, it runs smooth. I could not turn a machine on. So just to give you an idea, I'm going to turn this on again. I know Baz has said turn it off now, right? But I could not turn a pulse induction machine on in this shop, even if I turned the gain down, even if I basically turned it off. But it's running perfectly smooth in the shop. As I said that, there was a bit of a whisper in it, but you can hear it. It's just, that's the threshold. Done, right? So smooth as, right? Now, I challenge you all now to turn your machines on, and that was at sort of 3/4 gain, right? How you just about run it in the bush. I challenge anyone to turn their machine on inside now and get it to run that smooth, right? So, yeah. Yes, Cam and Sonny doesn't discriminate between ferrous and non-ferrous, right? It's just a pulse induction machine. Yeah. So yeah. What's the price? $799. Donnie, everyone answered that. I was on the money. Yeah, probably because you had a little bit of inside information, mate. That helped. So 6,000 or a Z with a 12-inch nugget finder. Well, I don't know. Gary, I don't know. Oh, geez, I don't know. Don't know. So, it's a toss-up. It is seriously a toss-up. This thing weighs nothing, right? The 7's still heavy with still heavier with the 12-inch nugget finder. I don't know. It's $1,500. It's $1,500 cheaper. That would enter into my enter into my equation. So Amanda asked how many stars out of 5 does it rate? I rate it the same as a 7, 4.5 stars. So real weight, it's light. It's 2 kilos, right? 2 kilos, right? Weighs nothing, right? So yeah, it's incredibly light, and that's with the battery, right? battery in place, 2 kilos. So, you know, we can take it over the scales, but I don't think mine will have a line to us. So, no, frequency is not adjustable. All you have is the search modes, the difficult and normal, your sensitivity, right, which is gain, right? So there's a manual 1 to 10, like I was showing you before, and then 2 auto levels, right? Threshold tone, you can't adjust it, on or off. That's it. Volume 5 levels. Length collapsed. I misspoke this afternoon. I said 60 centimeters. It was 67 centimeters collapsed. It just goes down to nothing. So, yeah, absolutely nothing. So let me fold him down here. So, just got cam locks on it. Carbon fibre shaft. This is a nice shaft, this carbon fibre shaft. I think I prefer this over the Z shaft. So, yeah. So that's it, right? It's tiny, right? Absolutely tiny. That's it. I mean, the cord's all over the place. I haven't tightened the cord up. So, yeah. So it's tiny, okay? So it's just a little tiny machine. So it's good. Gary Taylor. The Z will be a better machine for the bigger targets, right? But if you're going out, this is what it is. If you're going out on the weekend, right, and you get out a weekend a month, right? This machine, if you're on the gold, it will pick up smaller targets deeper than what the 7 will. So you'll probably end up with more gold with this compared to the 7, right? If you want to, you know, like if you want to go out and find gold every weekend, this is probably a better machine for you. Do I think the 7, like if you were to look at the 7 and the 6 over a whole season in WA, for instance, maybe the 7's going to be better. So, but it wouldn't there wouldn't be a lot in it, you know. You'd certainly be this so much lighter, and $1,500 buys you a lot of fuel. So yeah. So Donnie, if I trade in the 7, I'll get money back with the 6. I bet. No, I'm not doing trade-ins. You can sell your 7 if you want, Donnie. So and don't forget, Donnie, I know exactly how much you paid for that. You told me the other day. So yeah, I'm happy to give you money back on it. No. Baz, still wouldn't fit in the rear drawer setup. Well, your rear drawer setup's not big enough, mate. You should have designed it for this. So, yes. Right, so let's just keep going through this list. Loudspeaker is very loud, which is very cool. LCD with backlight. The backlight, you know, you're not going to spend a lot of time looking at the backlight. But the loudspeaker is very, very good. Wired headphones, Bluetooth. It's got a wired 3.5mm jack in it. Bluetooth wireless audio headphones. So that's them there. ML100s wireless headphones. Lithium-ion battery. 8 hours on a charge. I had one the other day. I had one run the other day for 10. Now, I'm not saying that's possible, but yes. Right, so Coils submersible to a meter. The detector is rainproof, whatever that means. Temperature's fine. So now, because there's not a lot you can change on this, when they talk about those key technologies right down the bottom of the screen there, right? GeoSense PI handles all the other settings, right? So, yeah. So that handles all the other settings. So, yeah. Paul, if it's in the budget and you're a beginner, it would be a phenomenal machine to start with, okay? A 5, okay, after a bit of a learning curve, it's not that complicated. A 7's not that complicated. But this is designed for people like you who want a good machine. They don't want to spend 1,000 hours learning the machine. They just want to go out there and smash it. That's what this machine's designed for. So, yes. Yeah. So, Theodoni off. Righto. So, let's just have a look and see if we've got any other pictures here. We'll get some more pictures up. Here's the sexy box. It's a nice looking box, actually, if you're into boxes. Yeah. So, yeah. That's the box sort of thing. So, yeah. So, and look at that. I'm a lunatic. I did have the picture of that control box there. So, yep. Righto. So, what questions have we got? You got any more questions? Because what's the price? $7,999. I will post a link. I will post a link over here. I have to do it over here for some reason. Scroll down. Comment as gold diggers. Paste. There you go. We've got to hit enter, I think. There you go. I'll put the link up again. If you'd like to do it. Now, it's only up there as pre-order at the moment. We're asking for a $500 commitment. So, yeah, $7,999 is the full price. Yeah, it's very, very easy to work with as a beginner. So there's no doubt about that. Right. I was thinking of buying a 5,000, but waited for the 6. But could buy a Z if it's better. Look, I think this, for 90% of people, this is going to be a better machine over there. Actually, this is going to be a better machine. So, yeah. So I think the 6 would be perfect. Yeah. So the other coils, Cam, is the 17-inch coil. Right, the 17-inch coil, I believe, I don't know where that, is that a bit of paper? No. I believe the 17-inch coil is not coming in the first shipment. So, but the 2 coils that come with it are very, very good coils. I wouldn't rush into the 17, particularly as a beginner. Wouldn't rush into the 17. Yeah, so... yeah. So, Paul, should I wait until it's proven in the field? Maybe, mate. Maybe. I know it finds gold. I found gold with it. So, I don't know how proven you want. There's people out there raving about it. There's people out there saying that throw away your 7s and sell your 7s because this thing rules. But I can't see that. So, but yeah. Price on extra batteries, $239. They're on the website. I haven't got a link for it. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. I don't understand that comment about I don't think it's worth it. That's all right. Well, Frank asked the question here, Frank Peter. If the 6 handles hot mineralized ground better than the 45 and 5,000, I would buy it. So, yeah, it does. With that double D coil on it, right, it will go better. So, have you got a video of me using it? Daniel, I have got a few videos. I haven't edited them. I haven't done anything with them. And I was actually expecting this to happen, the release to happen actually early next week. So, so I haven't edited them yet. To be honest with you, I got slack and didn't. But I'm also going to the lease in the next couple of days to do a stack of filming. So, yes. Skid plates, $32.99 for the small skid plates, and I think the large skid plates were $39.99. Baz, I may have misspoke on that before. So let me show you this comparison here. Okay, we've got a comparison here. This is the correct one. About now, this is how it performs with what depth, if you like, it'll perform with a different nugget sizes. Okay, so you can see that the 0.05, so less than 0.1 grammer, half a thingo. The 6000 absolutely nails it, right? Absolutely nails it. So as you can see by that comparison chart, it's the 6000 will beat the 7000 up to a 1 gram nugget. Really, then the 7 sort of takes over. Okay, so yeah, so beats the SDC in every aspect. Beats the 5000 in every aspect. Beats the 7000 in a couple of aspects. So, Nugs money. Does not sound like a noisy machine at all. So, yeah, does not at all find, yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, Baz, you will still find nails with it. Right then, guys. If there's no more questions, we might call it stumps for tonight. It's already getting on to 7 here. But seriously, it is a quality machine. They will go into short supply, so you will have to get your name on a waiting list. I'll tell you that now. If you want one, you got to get your name on a waiting list. We've got half a dozen up there already. So, yes. So I hope that answers any questions. If you've got any questions, I will be answering them tonight and going through it. It's just a matter of I wanted to get the bulk of it out of the way, remind you what we did a couple of weeks ago with the show. Yes. So yes, if you got any questions. Now, I will try to do a live stream from the lease using the machine. I don't know when that's going to happen or how that's going to happen. I'll see what the internet connection is like when I get out there. Sometimes the satellite's excellent. Sometimes the satellites you'd think would be run by a horse with a cart on the back of it. That's sometimes the satellite connections like that. So there's a little hamster in a wheel or something's going on that just isn't. He's tired, that buck, yeah. So, yes. Righto, guys. Thanks very much. If you got questions, just sing out. Righto, guys. See you later. We'll do a big thing on it Monday night. I hope I have some videos done by then. So, and I'll put a video or two up, eh? So, I'm so glad it's out so I can stop talking about it. So, righto, guys. Have a lovely evening. It's a Tuesday. Bit strange for Monday. But anyway, here we go.
Thanks guys for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe and call us on the Daylight Helpline. See you next time.